We will move on to 4, miscellaneous. A, Community Foundation to present their annual report. Join us, please.
So I'll go up there.
Welcome and thank you for coming.
Thank you for allowing me. There's 3 of us from the board. I'm actually not a voting member of the board, but Sharon Mayo is the president of the Sac Community Foundation. You should have an annual listing of the funds in front of you. I dropped them off at the end of last week, and kind of show you where we stood at the end of March. About $218,000 in the fund. It kind of shows a breakdown of some of them are restricted, some are unrestricted. I guess you can ask any questions if you have any. You also have a brochure in front of you. You can read that at your leisure. Those are brochures that we've handed out since last summer. We've read them a couple times. We handed them out at the all-school reunion, and we do take them around town, and they're available to the public, and hopefully to solicit future donations.
This one was good.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good.
Very impressive.
And we do have an application I serve on the board as well. We do have an application process for those people that are wanting to request funds.
This is actually one that's completed, but this is what the application form looks like for anybody who wants to submit to receiving funds from us. It's about 3 pages, pretty simple.
And that can be submitted at any time?
Of course, yep. Yep.
And they did apply money towards the playground equipment last year, so thank you for that.
There's a short list of some of the items at the bottom of the sheet there that we've supported. It isn't a complete list, but it's kind of a moving target all the time. There's always new things we're looking at.
We act as a pass-through for a liable fund, yeah. Simon Estes. People can make a contribution here, and then we see to it that it goes to the right place. And there are several pass-throughs that we allow them to give us our money, and in one way it becomes a tax deductible item because they make the contribution to the Sac City Foundation, but they can restrict it. So they can say, here's my tax deductible donation, but I want it to go here. And so it works very well. And we have some swimming pool money that was left over from the fund drive. And we have a letter that says, this is what we want it to be used for when we're ready. And so we hold the money and see to it that it gets spent in the right direction. So we think it's an awfully good thing for the community. It really is a convenience that probably could be used more.
We're a 501c3 organization, and that makes it convenient for us to accept donations and for people to donate with their money for a tax deductible entity.
And I might just like to add, if there's anyone in the audience, that comes in contact with somebody that is looking for a way to support Sac City and they're willing to make a contribution, don't, anyone hesitate to offer this as an alternative. That's, pretty much word of mouth is how things like this come about. Certainly, we have enough things going on.
That's a good point, but the organization was formed just for that, for people who maybe want to give back to their community. This is the way of doing it. And it could be any amount. It could be a huge figure for somebody that can afford to do that, or a small number. It really doesn't matter.
And does the project have to be affiliated with the community as
yes, it has to be affiliated with Sac City. Yes.
Well, the
community around too.
Yes.
Right? Well,
community is
the community of Sac City, whatever you want to call that.
Everything, there are mission statements on here, our board, and everything else, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And if you look through there and have a question about anything, don't hesitate to ask any one of us on the board, because we can explain it to you.
Did you all get a chance to look through it ahead of time a little bit, or does anybody have any questions? Anything you saw?
You meet once a month here in the office?
Yes.
We always meet the third Thursday of the month at noon, right here in this building.
And charge lunch to the city.
Well, it started out to be a luncheon meeting. And so, I looked around and I thought, I'm the only one that's eating. I better cut it up.
We have two council representatives, Jim Frederick and Bill Brennan are both on board. For those who didn't know.
We thank you for coming, and thank
Yeah,
you for the
thanks for
work
having
that you do. We appreciate it.
It's a fun organization.
Yeah, good one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.